The National Electrical Code, specifically the 2020 edition, doesn't dictate specific color requirements for a single-phase 240 volts, 30 amps receptacle. However, it does mandate consistency in conductor colors throughout the electrical installation. This means the color you choose for each wire must remain the same throughout the entire circuit. If you're using a 2-conductor non-metallic or NM cable, often called ROMIX, with black, white, and ground wires, the black conductor should be used for the hot wire. The white conductor should be used for the neutral wire, and the bare or green conductor should be used for the ground wire. This is standard practice and ensures proper identification of conductors. If you opt for a 3-conductor NM cable with black, red, and white wires, the black conductor can be assigned as the first hot wire, often referred to as line 1. The red conductor can be designated as the second hot wire, or line 2. The white conductor can be used as either a neutral wire or, in some cases, as a hot wire. However, and this is crucial, if you decide to use the white conductor as a hot wire, you must clearly mark both ends of the white wire with black electrical tape or another colored tape that is not white, grey, or green. This indicates that the white wire is being used as a hot conductor and prevents confusion for anyone working on the electrical system in the future. The code doesn't explicitly demand a specific type of cable for a single-phase 240 volts, 30 amps receptacle. However, it is strongly recommended to select a cable that's appropriately rated for both the ampacity, that's the current carrying capacity, and the voltage of the circuit. For a 30 amp circuit, you'll typically need a cable rated for at least 30 amps, and with an insulation rating sufficient for 240 volt applications. Typically, for a 30 amps 240 volt circuit, a number 10 American wire gauge, or AUG, copper conductor is used. Be sure to verify the ampacity rating of the wire based on the insulation type and installation method as outlined in the NEC Table 310.15b16. Keep in mind that the 2020 NEC provides guidelines, but local electrical codes can sometimes have additional or more stringent requirements. Many jurisdictions have amendments or specific interpretations of the NEC that you must adhere to. These local codes might include specific color coding requirements for 240 volts receptacles or other regulations that differ from the NEC. Therefore, it is always advisable to consult with your local building inspector or electrical authority to determine if there are any specific requirements in your area. This step is crucial to ensure your electrical work complies with all applicable codes and regulations, preventing potential safety hazards and ensuring the installation passes inspection. When wiring a 240 volts receptacle, safety should be your top priority. Always to energize the circuit at the breaker before beginning any work. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, including safety glasses and insulated gloves. Double-check all connections to ensure they are tight and secure. Loose connections can cause arcing, overheating, and potentially fires. Use properly sized wire connectors suitable for the wire gauge you are using. Consider using a non-contact voltage tester to verify that the circuit is indeed energized before you begin working. If you are unfamiliar with electrical work, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician. Electricity can be dangerous, and improper wiring can create serious safety hazards. A qualified electrician has the training and experience to perform electrical work safely and in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. The NEC provides detailed information on conductor sizing, overcurrent protection, grounding, and other aspects of electrical installations. Familiarize yourself with the relevant sections of the code to ensure your work meets the required standards. Remember that electrical codes are constantly evolving, so it is important to stay up to date with the latest version of the NEC and any applicable local codes. Changes and updates are made periodically to improve safety and address new technologies. Understanding the NEC is crucial for anyone involved in electrical work, whether you are a homeowner, a contractor, or an electrician. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards designed to ensure electrical safety. It covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. The NEC is not a law itself, but it is often adopted by state and local governments as the basis for their electrical codes. Many jurisdictions also make amendments or additions to the NEC to address local conditions or concerns. The NEC is updated every 3 years, with each new edition incorporating changes and improvements based on new technologies, research, and field experience. Staying current with the latest edition of the NEC is essential for anyone involved in electrical work to ensure compliance with the latest safety standards. It is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and is also often available for reference at libraries and building departments. In addition to the NEC, there are other resources available to help you understand electrical wiring and safety. Many books, websites, and training courses provide information on electrical topics. However, it is important to choose reputable sources of information and to be aware of the limitations of online resources. Electrical work can be complex and potentially dangerous, so it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity. Take the time to understand the risks involved and to follow all applicable codes and regulations. By doing so, you can help ensure the safety of yourself, your family, and your property. In summary, when dealing with single-phase 240 volts, 30 amps receptacles, remember these key points. Firstly, while the NEC doesn't specify exact color codes for the conductors beyond consistent application of a color throughout a circuit, it's essential to adhere to best practices and safety standards. Secondly, using a black/white/ground cable typically means black for hot, white for neutral, and green or bare for ground. If using a 3-conductor cable, black and red can be hot wires and white can be used as a neutral or a hot wire, but the latter requires clear marking with black tape. Thirdly, always use a cable rated appropriately for the voltage and amperage of the circuit, typically a number 10 AWG copper wire for a 30 amp circuit. Fourthly, always check with your local building inspector or authority to confirm any local electrical code requirements that may differ from the NEC. These local codes might have specific stipulations that need to be followed. Fifthly, never compromise on safety. Always energize circuits before working, use appropriate personal protective equipment, and ensure all connections are secure. Sixthly, if you lack experience or have any doubts, it's best to hire a qualified electrician. Electrical work, when done incorrectly, poses serious safety risks. Seventhly, familiarize yourself with the NEC guidelines on conductor sizing, overcurrent protection, grounding, and more. This ensures your work aligns with required standards. Eighthly, remember to stay updated with new editions of the NEC and local codes, as electrical codes are constantly evolving. Understanding the code is vital for all involved in electrical work. Lastly, always remember to prioritize safety. By being cautious, following best practices, and consulting the relevant codes, you can minimize the risks associated with electrical installations.